Reimagine to redesign. Gather all the old decor you can find. Let your imagination be your guide. Tune into Angie's YouTube channel for a little inspiration. Create your own unique design. Now you can reimagine.
Happy New Year, friends. I hope your new year is off to a great start. I'm Angie, and this is Reimagine to Redesign. While my new year is off to a pretty good start, I did end the year with the flu. I had the flu on Christmas, so I didn't get to see my kids or my grandkiddos, but we're going to try to make up for it here real soon. I have to be honest with you. This year, I thought I was going to be on our Christmas tour in our community, and something happened. Somebody let it fall through the cracks, and I didn't make it on the tour. I always go over the top for Christmas decorations, but this year, because I thought I was going to be on the Christmas tour, and it was really my plan for this to be my last year. This was going to be my swan song, so I really went all out, and I just was really feeling a little smothered by all that Christmas decor. And that rarely ever happens to me, but it did happen this year. So, of course, I promised myself and my husband I wasn't going to do that much next year. And so he threatened to tape me, and so did some of my friends in my Bible class. They got their phones ready to tape me. This is January. I might change my mind before November, but I really kind of doubt it. I really I felt enslaved by all that stuff before it was all over with. I said all that to say this. I did leave out some Christmas greens, but I didn't even do as much winter decor this year as I did last year. But I still left some winter greens and some snowflakes and things like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a arrangement in this. I was about to say it. My husband has started calling chinoiserie charcuterie. And I have gotten so confused several times. And the other night I laid down in bed and I thought, oh, I know just where I can put that charcuterie bowl. And then I thought, it's not charcuterie. So now he has me confused. This is not a charcuterie bowl. This is a chinoiserie bowl. And this is the one that my friend gave me. And I'm just going to take some Christmas greens that I kept out of all my Christmas stuff. And I kept them out intentionally. This is just a bunch of these I got. Almost all of this was got at yes, all of this I got at Hobby Lobby. That's usually where I get all my silk greenery. Michael's usually used to, I thought, had a lot better than they do now, but they still do have some good ones. But these are all just left over from Christmas, but I tied them all together. I have taken floral design before, and years ago we used to put styrofoam in the bottom and then put all the moss, on top and everything. Now, I watch the younger girls just bend those little suckers around and stick them in there, and as long as you can't really see the bottom of the bowl, I think that's perfectly fine. If you can, you might stuff a little moss around it. But anyway, and I don't know what you call this, but this is not how we used to do things at all, but about maybe longer than 10 years ago, I would see it where they did flower arrangements, where they did a clump of one thing or a clump of one thing, and then they would do another thing, and it has more of an impact when you're looking at it. If there's one certain thing that, I don't know, I just thought that look, instead of putting all things and making them even, or making them do an S, or making them longer on one side, they just started doing a thing where you put a grouping, and it makes a bigger color impact, especially. So I just put those all together and put those in one side of the bowl. Then I took two of these pine greeneries. They have little pine cones on them. And I put that on, let's see, now wait a minute. I think I did one this way and one this way, because you need to have, this bowl is actually seen from both sides. So I do it that way on that one. Now, And then I'm going to take these. These still have a little bit of a Christmassy look, not too much, because you know when it snows and there's ice and it all glistens. So I'm going to put that in this end down here. Okay, so now we've got the greenery kind of placed around. Okay, so I'm going to just take this little, and this came like this. I didn't tie this together. This came like this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I think I got it in the wedding section. And I'm just going to take these and put those right there, just like that, without separating them. And then this, I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be, but I just thought it kind of looked like it would go with winter because it's green like that and sticky. So we're just going to put that right in there, okay? So see, we've still got the pine kind of sticking up like this. And this, I think this was probably, I think these were little bitty in the wedding section, just little bitty ones that cost 99 cents. It might have been a branch, I don't really remember. But I've just got like 8 of them here. I'm just grouping them all together. You don't even have to put them together because they're short and they're just going to stick right in there. Now see, you're kind of crowding things around in there just a little bit, so nothing is showing in the bottom. Then I always like, especially for winter, to just take a stick, and this is, I kind of think maybe this is an old stick that the flowers had started to look real bad, so I just pulled them off and saved the stick. And so I'm going to kind of bend that around and put that in here. Now I've got to kind of bring that back together a little bit. And we're just going to kind of give it a little, kind of spread those branches around just a little bit. And then I've got this little bird. Now I think I bought them separately. It might have come together, but I think I bought a bunch of little nests. Every now and then I go on a bird kick, and because we just love to watch birds in our backyard. So these little birds I bought in a package, and then the little nests I bought in a package. So I'm just going to take that and put it, well, let's see. Let me get it around there where you can, there. So I've got my blue and my white. I got a little green in there. I've kind of, oh, I forgot I had these. I've got just a few more, and that'll fill this in right over here because I do kind of have a little bit of a hole. This is just 3 little picks of pine cones, and I just kind of twirled those together and stick those in right there. And now you've got the blue and white, and it has a little impact and a lot of interest because you can see the blue and the white, whereas if it was all spread out through there, it would still be pretty, but it makes more of a color statement when you just have, especially when you just have 2 colors, 2 flowers of color, and that's the white and the blue. Okay? All right, let's move on and do one more. This is a planter that I got at Hobby Lobby. It comes out, I spray painted this thing gold. I think it was black, but I painted it gold. And so I'm going to set that aside so I can put this up here where you can see it better. I just put a box in the bottom of it. Sometimes, as you might be able to see in the bottom of that there's some moss kind of spread around in there. Anyway, so sometimes I do put moss around it. If I buy an artificial plant that you can kind of see stuff in. What I've got is a bundle of birch logs, and these are just the short ones. You can buy really tall ones, and I have some of those too, but I wanted, for this grouping, for this arrangement, I just wanted just a short bundle. This is 3 stems from Amazon. I seriously doubt you can get these now. I'm telling you to use the things that you used for Christmas. Just kind of reimagine those in floral design for winter, because these are definitely winter greens. These are pine cones. I got these at Home Goods. Probably couldn't find anything like this right now, but if you have, you can buy these little crystal things. And if you have some pine cone branches, or you have some, I don't know that you could actually find pine cones on branches like that. But if you have the brown sticks, you can get these brown sticks in the floral department at Hobby Lobby, or probably Walmart or Michael's too. and glue these on to put the pine cones on the sticks. Then spray those with some spray adhesive and put it out on a big drop cloth or lots of newspaper or drop cloth paper. And then put all these crystals on it. And that's a lot of crystals on those. These are really pretty. I really considered those a find when I found those at Home Goods. And then these are three stems from, and I bought these in the fall, and they kind of look like wheat. I guess they kind of look like wheat a little bit, but I think they sell these year round in Hobby Lobby. And I always buy my floral stems from Hobby Lobby when they're on half price. Or yes, I believe they put those on half price and not just 40. But I bent those up, as you can see, and I'm going to put those right here. And I'm going to make those kind of the backdrop of this, okay? So I'm going to take these little logs and I'm going to put those right there so that they cover up the wires that I have folded under there, because there's not enough room down in there to fit all that, and I don't think I'm strong enough to bend all those things anyway. Then these, here again, I just bent up the end of them like this, and I'm going to put those kind of right there, just like that. Just kind of let them fall into all of it, because I don't know about everywhere else in the whole wide world, but in Texas, this is a lot of what we see. It's this color and this color. So we have both of those. And then, just like the other arrangement, I'm kind of keeping all these things clumped together. Instead of spreading them out evenly, I kept my wood together. I kept my greens together. I kept my wheat stuff together. And I'm going to keep my pine cones together. And because those are so beautiful and I really want those to be noticed more than anything else, I'm going to put those all together and put those in the front like that. Now, if you have the sticks that you can also get at Hobby Lobby, and I think they're on the floral aisle, might be the wedding aisle, but they're sticks that have little tiny micro lights on the end of them. You can also put that. I've done that before. That looks really pretty, and you can turn that light on. It kind of bounces on anything sparkly that you have in here. This is a stick that fell off of something. I like it right there. Okay, and then I put this back up in here. And if you'll follow me with that camera, I will show you where I have got these two things. Right there. And right there. And because this has flowers in it and this is colorful, it just kind of gives it a little balance on each side. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. I will be back next week, and I will show you my minimal look for winter decor this year, and I'll also do a home tour. I did post my home tour from last year, and it did have a lot more winter decor, but I did post it, and so I will link it at the end of this video so that you can go back and see that home tour. It's just a home tour with music, but I also have a playlist called Winter Decor 2025, and there are 3 videos, and you can go back and look at all of those if you'd like to. Okay, I hope things continue to go well. See you next week.
Reimagine to redesign.